Alright. So that went terribly.
Marshall didn't give me any orders before she left. Guess I'll just keep managing inventory.
Hey, I put extra security on your brother. No offense, but that dude is the scariest motherfucker I have ever laid eyes on.
Okay.
Like I said, though, no offense.
Like, she has nothing to say about that.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
Can you fuck off? Alright, let's go say hi to my brother. Oh, he is not here.
Emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal I can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
If we understand the hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed upon term for their vocalizations, is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be differences if the incantation was recited in a different language? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. Are we the you the Hiss are referring to? Does the Hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-Hiss life, wants to join it, to be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used words are through and time. Is this possibly the Hiss stating how they arrived here, or an indication of its age? There is clear intonation in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommend, is beyond idiotic. Alright. To examine the invasion's timeline of events for possible patterns in his behavior. Establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of lack of reliable communications between Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate ground zero of the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer. How did the Hiss get past the internal lockdown? How does Hiss resonance advance through space, deliberately or uniformly? What is their ultimate goal? The outside world? A cross-dimensional destination? Oh, and these are the ones I was listening to. Anything else in here? I thought my brother was supposed to be here. He, like, turned himself in and is here now.
It's happening. After all these years,
Don't get your
Dylan
hopes
is
up.
here.
Is he, though?
But am I too late? How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him. My brother. Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Oh, I can't... Yeah, I can't use my powers, can I? Oh, that's the purpose of this room.
Happiness, you are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been a new you. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always
Hey, my dude.
you are a worm
My dude, bro.
the thunder's home distorts you.
That's Dylan.
White pearls,
Can
but
you hear
yellow
me?
and red in the eye.
Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here.
By the door.
I found you.
Through the surface into the wet. You've always been a new you. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that.
His mouth
I'm
moves weird.
P6. P6. But I'm better now.
Are you?
The hiss made me better.
Doubt.jpg.
Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be
that?
true.
Please. Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You!
Oh dear.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only true. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see
Orange
you.
peel.
This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small. In Ordinary. In the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years.
After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The egg cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found...
The hiss.
They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
Now we gotta find the
Your
projector.
worm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, baby, baby.
That's so.
So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Probably not.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
It probably
You
is.
must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau.
I mean, we
The
kind of
hiss
already
is the
do.
better option.
No, it's not.
Go to the Prime Candidate program in the Containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into. Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself. I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm through time. The thunders home distorts.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here. Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
I
Off
don't
to a
want to
good
know.
start. Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary. Before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here. lock me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure. What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
You are a worm through time.
He does mention at one point a copy of a copy of a copy. And sometimes the way that these altered world events occur, they change people's perception of how things have happened, and like people still be like, oh yeah, that's how things have always been. And maybe a brother that she thought she had this whole time wasn't, or maybe they started as one person and split.
Maybe Dylan's still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
Probably not.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please. Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
Is this the same one?
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way, forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office and something.
God, he's so creepy.
And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
Through time.
I wonder if that shows up as like a mission. Nope.
The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes.
Oh, one of them's in the
white
Prime
pearls, but
Candidate
yellow
program.
and red in
Okay, one more
Maybe
weird
I
ass
can learn more
rambling.
about the hiss from him. Can we talk?
It's probably like, just let me crack
I
my
just
head
had
back.
an interesting dream.
Not again.
Shit. That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change, yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Okay.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying.
Well,
But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss.
that sounds horrific.
It was wonderful.
I have doubts.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that. For the record, that will never happen. Not as long as I'm alive.
The thunderstorm distorts you.
Okay, like I could
Comes white
continue
pearls, but yellow and red in the
doing more, but I don't want to. Bonk.
They're endangering us by bringing a hiss in. If Trench was still around, You'd have stopped this.
Please. Trench was part of the same shadowy group that are responsible for every disaster this country's ever seen.
Zachariah Trench was a national hero. Keep your conspiracy nonsense to yourself.
Okay.
Good to see you again.
If she has anything new to say.
How are you doing, Jesse?
Terrible.
It can't be easy seeing Dylan like this.
It sucks.
I'm fine. What can you tell me? Is he still human? Or is he his?
I've taken numerous tissue samples and have tests running as we speak, but from the initial data, he looks healthy. I only see corruption in a superficial way.
What does that mean?
I don't know. This is all new, but if he's like you, maybe Polaris is preventing total Hiss takeover. Or maybe this is just a new form of Hiss. We've already seen how it affects people in different ways.
Dylan told me he let the hiss in. Does that change anything?
Voluntary conversion. I mean, hypothetically, that could affect the mental state post-corruption, as well as the extent of biological alteration. But again, this is new territory for me. I'll need time.
You won't have it. I'm gonna shut down the slide projector. That's how the hiss are getting in.
That's how you think the
Once
hits
I
are
close
getting
it, this should all be over.
Jesse, we don't know how this works. If you sever their connection to the source, it could cause a terminal chain reaction. Every Hiss-corrupted individual dead.
Better that than what Dylan is now. I'm shutting it down. This has to end. Whatever happens, happens.
Okay, just let me know how I can help.
Thank you, Emily.
Do you have anything else to say?
Hi, Jesse.
She does.
I've been seeing these Darling presentations all over. Seems like he enjoys the limelight.
So you noticed, huh? When he recruited me out of college, he actually came to visit. He interrupted my physics course by shouting, not quite, Professor, and then marching down to the front of the class where he proceeded to berate the very idea of laws of thermodynamics. Hey, he's been a showboat all his life.
Darling visited you in college?
Yeah, he read a paper I'd published, came to recruit me for the Bureau. I accepted and then spent years waiting for access to the confidential research that Darling promised me. And whenever I ask about my access level, he just mumbles that it's temporarily postponed and then changes the subject to the effect of entropy on luck.
I wonder who else Darling hid his work from. Marshall? Trench?
Likely.
Have you learned anything about Dylan's condition?
Only that he's definitely Hiss, but I guess his chanting made that pretty obvious. You know, interestingly, the words of the Hiss incantation have an average length of 4 letters. The most common word used 7 times is want. The next most common are through and time. That's very interesting, don't you think?
I don't care about the words. What about my brother?
Right. Sorry, I got a little off track. Well, strangely, his tissue samples all look healthy, unlike the other Hiss I've tested.
That's good news. Right?
Possibly. Might mean that he won't be dead. Presumably.
I wanted to talk to you about the crazy things I can do. My abilities. I get the sense that they're not very usual around here.
Well, usual and unusual aren't really benchmarks at the Bureau, but for some perspective, Director Northmore once used the floppy disk to send a bowling ball 6 yards through the air, and that was considered a huge deal. So compared to that, you are most certainly an outlier.
An outlier. I like the sound of that.
Of course you do.
I should get going.
Don't let me hold you up.
Assuming I cut out most of my failed jukebox expedition, which I probably will, it doesn't really give you any idea of what's going on.
Lots of errors on this.
Good luck out there.
Most of this episode's probably going to be talking to people. I want to go to the threshold corridor, though. Oh wait, I have a new outfit, that's right. Oh. Oh yeah, you can craft these. That sure is an outfit. Ooh, I can upgrade. Finally. What else? Pierce. Pierce is... Okay, I want to upgrade, so I need more remote thought. Oops. Oh man, look at me, I'm fucking stylish. Oh, there's a pyramid on the back. Cool. Oh, this is such an ugly outfit, holy shit. I'm gonna wear it for the whole game.
Squad's lost. Christ.
Oh, that's great. Okay, let's go to the sealed threshold corridor. Well, it was nice of him to only give me 2 more to do. So it's in the sealed threshold corridor somewhere. Oh! Maybe that's it. Something I missed the last time. That's where I came from. That's the... Oh god.
That's got to be an altered item.
Yeah, no shit. I feel like I didn't quite play fair there. Ah, we're on the astral. Oh no.
This thing again. You got into another altered item. What does this thing want?
Oh fuck!
Is it fighting the boar?
Shit.
This thing again. You got into another altered item. What does this thing want? Is it fighting the boar?
I feel like sometimes you can grab onto these things, and then sometimes you can't. Okay. Fuck! Are we done? Please and
I
thanks.
never did like flamingos. Too pink.
Wow.